Good afternoon, children. Today we'll start the last part of the improvement in food resources, and that is crop protection improvement. What is crop protection improvement? To protect crops against diseases caused by organisms and other harming factors is called crop protection. Against diseases caused by organisms and other harming factors is called as crop protection. Now, this crop protection can be done by using pesticides, weedicides and insecticides. Now, pesticides means what? Pests are the living organisms or the like mouse, squirrels, rodents. These are the pests. These are called as pests. They have the pointed teeth and they harm the grains. And so we must use farmers must use the pesticides to protect from this pest. Weedicides. Weeds are the unwanted plants which are growing in between the crop plants. They are taking the space, food and water and also nutrients from the soil, and thus the crop plants are not getting sufficient nutrients. So these weeds also we should remove. For this, some chemical weedicides are also there and biological plants are also there. We can use according to what we need. Then insecticides. Some insects, they harm the grains when the crops are ready to harvest. At that time, the insects, they attack on these crops and they eat the grains, and thus they make the quality of the grains low. So, to keep these grains in a proper quality, the farmers are using insecticides. These insecticides, by using the chemical insecticides or biological insecticides, the farmers can protect the crop from insects. All of you understood, children? Now we will move to the pathogens. Pathogens, these destroy the crops by causing the diseases. Now what are pathogens? Pathogens are the microbes which causes the diseases in the plants are called as pathogens. Bacteria, fungi and virus, these are called as pathogens because they cause the diseases in plants. So, this also we can avoid by using some methods like this fungicides, okay, then some chemicals which kills those bacteria, fungi and viruses. Now, after protection, storage of grain is also very important, because if we not store it properly, then grains are not we can't keep properly, then grains are destroyed. So what we should do? For getting storage of grains, we are getting the fruits and the grains seasonally. To get throughout the year, they are stored in safe storages by the government also, and in home also we are keeping for the whole year to use it. But during the storage of food, they can be destroyed and wasted by various means. Now, there are these biotic factors and abiotic factors which are responsible for the harming of the storage grains. Biotic factors are insects, like birds, mites, bacteria and fungi. These insects are produced if we not keep the grains in proper place. Okay. Then bacteria, fungi, they are produced if the grains are placed in moist places. So birds and rodents also, when we are drying the grains, at that time birds are coming, okay, some insects are coming. So we should protect from these biotic factors. Then abiotic factors are moisture, because as the grains are living things, after the harvesting also they contain some moisture in them. Okay, so if we keep it again in the moisture contained place, then they start picking. Then temperature, if temperature is more, if it is not proper, then also the grains are destroyed. Then storage devices. Now all of you know that we are keeping in the boxes, or the farmers are keeping in the granaries. Government is having the big granaries to store the grains, and afterwards they are distributing to all the grains according to the need of the states. Okay. So these storage devices also should be in a proper way, so that the grains are remain in a proper way, and also they are not losing the quality of the grains and the other food materials. Okay. So there are some methods to protect the food grains. Okay, in home also we are using some methods. All of you know that in our home in summer season we are drying some grains. Okay, so drying is one of the method. Maintenance of hygiene, we should keep in a place where that place should be clean. Then fumigation, we should fumigate the area where we are keeping, the place where we are keeping the storing the grains. Then storage devices should be in it should not leak, or they should in a clean, they should be clean, then not leakage should be there. In a proper place we should keep these storage devices. It should be constructed also. Some storage devices are constructed, some storage devices are in the form of big boxes or this barrels, etc. So that we should keep the grains in a proper way. Okay. So these are the methods of the improvement in food resources what we learned. Now the one more thing is there in this farming, that is organic farming. Organic farming, what you know, all of you, nowadays we are getting the organic food, and organic food is little bit costly. Why it is costly? And all are behind now organic food, because it is more useful. Why it is more useful? Because here no or less use of chemicals. No or less use of chemicals and only biological, organic materials, organic things are used to grow the crops, and it is called as organic farming. Now this organic farming is a technique which involves cultivation of plants without use of synthetic waste fertilizers, no chemical fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides and weedicides as the commonly used by the farmers. Okay, organic farmers or organic farming is the technique of growing the crops without using any chemicals, in short. Okay. So it is ecologically eco-friendly, and it will not harm the environment in any way, and by using the crop rotation methods, then some manures, green manures, organic waste compost, and This minimizes the pollution. It minimizes the pollution to keep the ecological balance. So here no pesticides are used. Instead, there is some biological things or pesticides are used, and fertilizers also not used, chemical fertilizers, only the green manure, that is compost, is used. And if suppose if they want, then consider natural the fertilizers, if they considered natural and avoid the use of various petrochemical fertilizers and pesticides are used to some means a very less quantity. Suppose 90% they are using the organic things to protect and to cultivate the crops, and only 10% of chemicals which are avoiding the use of petrochemicals and pesticides. Okay. So organic farming involves rearing of. Now in organic farming, not only the plants are growing but cultivating, but animals are also produced in a natural way, and that is animals that is poultry, birds, that is hen, then bee farming, then goats. Okay, and these animals are also bred in their natural way. Okay, so along with this organic farming is not only growing crops, but along with that the animals which are needed for agriculture purpose, for milk purpose, for egg purpose are also growing naturally. Okay children, so here we completed this improvement in food resources. Thank you children.